to want
Baggedmilk. 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 Oh, Baggedmilk. Baggedmilk.
We're back, Baggedmilk. How you doing, my friend?
Well, I'm happy to be back, boys. Happy to have you back from the vacay.
So, your last 24 hours has been interesting, eh?
Yeah, needless to say.
Yeah.
The Oilers made an announcement yesterday, and that made for a full day for your boy Baggedmilk.
Just based on the fact that you have to monitor comments on the webpage and the social media feeds.
Yeah. So we had there was a few of us working on it because it was it was a big job. Because I don't know if you guys know this, people were pretty upset about it. Well, some people anyway.
Yeah. And that group can be loud, right?
Oh, very loud. And they were.
I was surprised. I got to admit, I mean, I get it and I understand it, and I've sort of come around to the. I was kind of the guy that would, like, I'm anti-government, so I'm like, do we really want a vaccine passport here? This is still a free country, but I do understand why a business might want to do this. So that's where that's why I've sort of shifted my thought process on it.
And that's kind of always how I looked at it, too, is I thought about it from, like, a business angle. When you're talking about the Oilers and, like, I don't know what they're worth, $1 billion or something crazy like that, I just imagine that the conversations in those boardrooms were very lawyery and very insurance-y. And they're like, this just kind of has to happen, whether you want to or not. And then as soon as the Winnipeg Jets did it, the Maple Leafs did it, and then other teams just kept coming in, and I'm like, well, the domino's bound to fall. It's bound to.
Some of those
Flames are in there.
Yeah, some of those commenters are pretty creative, though. Like, I'm looking at them right now. This guy's like, take a look at what's happening in Gibraltar. And everyone's like, what country is that? And somebody's like, it's got the same population as Leduc. Like, you got to be pretty creative to be able to pull that country out.
It's moderation over the last couple of days has been an adventure, to say the least. It's just like the analogies, the metaphors, the twisted versions of history that have been coming out. It's been wild, man. It's a weird time to be alive, and just this kind of stuff just makes it another little dose on there. Like, we're trying to plan a trip to Vegas like we always do every year, and we're just trying to think of the logistics of how it works, because you need to get a test before you go, and we're like, well, how do we get that done for everybody? It's just a weird time to be alive.
Yeah, it is. Are you surprised that, I guess you're not surprised that the Oilers are doing what they're doing with the proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test at the gates to go see?
I just felt like as soon as I felt like this was coming for a year now.
Yeah.
You know, I just thought that a private business was going to do this to try and minimize their risk for the people going to the game. And I kind of expected it. And it was a little bit surprising almost to me that how many people didn't see it coming. Like I said, it's just lawyery, insurance-y. That's what I'm assuming anyway.
Do you think it'll have an impact? I don't think it'll have any impact on ticket sales.
No.
Well, the interesting thing was how many people are saying they're giving up their season tickets, even if they have some or not. They're never going to go to the games. They're not going to watch any games. And then all of a sudden, all I was thinking about is, well, if Connor McDavid does something awesome, are you really going to pretend you don't want to see it? Even if it's just on TV, like, you're giving up. This is where you throw in the towel after the Oilers have been terrible for 15 years. I don't know. It seems weird to me.
It's like any boycott. It never really works. And 78% of the population in Alberta is vaccinated. So, I mean...
So there's a fan base there.
Yeah.
There's a possibility that out
it's
of that
not
78%,
like it's
20%, we might be able to fill the building. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what I was laughing at, too. It's like, well, I'm not going ever. And I was like, well, I guess the Oilers should just fold now, then.
Yeah. And it's, for me... you can kind of compare this a little bit to the Eskimos changing their name to the Elks. Like, there's people that are like, I'm never going to get. Like, why are you holding the organization accountable for this? All right, the world we live in right now dictates that they have to do something about attendance and COVID-19 and vaccines. It's the world we live in. So you're going to be mad at the Edmonton Oilers for doing what every other organization potentially will do in North America, and not potentially, every other organization is talking about it.
Yeah, it's exactly. And like, Grant, you're a Jays fan. They just did the same thing for Jays games after September 12th or whatever it is. So it's like, it's coming, it's going everywhere, and it's just a matter of
Stampeders are doing it.
Yeah.
Do you want to be at Rogers Place or do you not? I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of your choice if you want to be there or not.
Yeah,
so.
it is. It's still a free country. Like we've had comments this morning, right, on our text line, and I'm like, well, it's a good thing you live in a free country then, because you don't have to get the vaccine. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to go, you can still provide a proof of vaccination or a proof of a negative test before the game. However, that's on your dime, though. So I don't know how much a test is these days, but that could add up too. But there is an option if you don't want to get the shot, but you will have to pay for a test. So we'll see how things go, I guess.
Yeah, it is, like you said, interesting times. Is there a game on the upcoming schedule that you're excited about?
I'm just excited to get going again, really.
Yeah.
It's like, we were lucky that this offseason is a little bit shorter than normal because the schedule got compressed, but I'm just excited to get going again. We've got our golf tournament on Thursday. I'm excited to actually see a group of people again. If we were talking about it in the office, there's some of us that haven't been in a room together in a year and a half, so it's just as we move toward the new season and looking at the schedule and start planning trips to Vegas, and we want to go to Nashville and we want to do a bunch of stuff. It's just, I'm ready to get going. Preseason, training camp, I want all of it.
Yeah. All right. There he is. Baggedmilk, Oilers Nation, thank you for your time. Good luck with the tournament, my friend.
Thanks, boys.